Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome to December. Oh my goodness. Thanksgiving is over and we are full on into Christmas, December prep mode. So today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple homemade jam. It's only 3 ingredients. You can change up these ingredients to make it whatever flavor you want. I am going to make a strawberry jam today, and so I have in my pot I have half a quart of frozen strawberries. You could use fresh strawberries. It will taste better with fresh strawberries, but this is Minnesota, so they're frozen strawberries. I'm gonna put in, so I have half a quart of frozen strawberries, and I'm gonna put in about 1/8 of a cup of sugar. So this is a half a cup. I may go up a little bit depending on the consistency, but I'm gonna start with half of this. So about half, there you go. And then you're gonna take a tablespoon of either lemon or lime juice. I'm gonna use lime juice, and you need the acid from this. Hi Lola, how are you today? Tell me how it is where you are. It's cold here today. Got lots of snow. We had 2 snowstorms go through, and I think we ended up with 6-8 inches of snow. I don't even know. All right, so we have our strawberries, our sugar, and our lime. And we're gonna stir that up. I gotta find my, hey look you guys, I put a hot cocoa bar over for my family. Isn't that cute? Hi, Prince. Snow today. You can have the snow. I don't want it back. So we're going to let this come to a boil. And then when it comes to a boil, we're going to simmer it down for about 9 minutes. It depends on how thick you like your jam. The thicker that you like your jam, the longer you want to simmer it. Okay? And my strawberries are they're whole. So it's going to take a little while for them to break down. Elisa, good afternoon. Your favorite cooking lady. Oh, thank you. Snowy northeastern there in Maine. Okay. You are welcome. I'm glad that we passed that on to you because I'm done with snow already. Hi, Lola. Hi, Lisa. Ellen. Oh, thank you. Eileen. I'm sorry. I think I said that wrong. Okay, so homemade jam. We only have 3 ingredients. Here's the beautiful part of this recipe. You could utilize blueberries, you could utilize peaches, you could utilize whatever fruit you want. It's the same exact concept. The sugar and berries. The only difference would be that depending on how high a sugar content your berry is how much sugar you would want to put in. Now here's the deal. Hi Lola. The deal is that this is not going to be the kind of jam you want to put into your cupboard and keep in your cupboard. You want to keep this in your fridge. It'll last for a couple weeks easily, but you don't want to put it in your cupboard because we're not going to put it into a hot water bath. Do you guys remember Grandma with her big old hot water bath, canning bath, and she would, have all of the jars and put it in? I am going to show you a shortcut method for the hot water bath that is really clever, and if you don't know how to do this, stick with me. You're going to love this idea. It makes your jam last even longer, so several weeks. Rick, hi. Thank you, Rick. Coca-Cola, you guys, not Pepsi. So I'm just going to let this come to a boil, and then I'm just going to keep on simmering it down. It's going to take about 9-10 minutes. It depends on your berries, how thick you like it. It also depends. Mine were frozen, so it could take just a little bit longer to do. In the meantime, I'm going to get my husband, and I'm pretty sure he's watching. I'm going to get him to get me some canning jars. Husband, we need canning jars over here. See how long it takes. So tell me guys about your Thanksgiving. I'd love to know what you had. What was your favorite dish? I made, you probably heard me talking about this. I made jerk turkey. So I made up a jerk sauce and put it all over the turkey. It was delicious. And I am wanting to get that recipe. I'm actually going to take the same sauce and put it over pork today, so I'm making a pork roast with it, and I'm so excited because it was so good. We were a little nervous about it because jerk turkey is not traditional, and I was like, ooh, my family might not like it because it's so untraditional. Loved it. Everyone loved it. So, bonus. Hey, Nate! I got to resort to yelling, I think. Okay, so this is boiling. And I'm going to let that, I don't want it to boil like crazy. I want it to just stay constantly at a low boil. So just kind of keep an eye on it and let it kind of boil down a little bit. What did you do with peaches? Okay, so I'm making homemade jam, Lori. Yes, it was good. And you could, I'm using strawberries, but you could use peaches, you could use blueberries. If you guys have stuck around, you know I make a bacon jam. If you've never tried bacon jam, you need to go to my site and try the bacon jam. In fact, you probably should gift it to some people this year. So good. In fact, it's been kind of funny. A couple of restaurants here in town now have hamburgers that have bacon jam on them. And it's been kind of fun to, I wonder if that tastes like mine. Hold on, I gotta go yell at my husband. Hey! Go! I'm back! I had to go get some candy jars. So we are making homemade candles for Christmas gifts this year, and I got a bunch of candy jars that were on clearance at Black Friday. How many of you guys did Black Friday? I did not do Black Friday, but I did it online. Let me tell you, sitting in your pajamas with your computer, with your puppies and your coffee is a way better way of doing that Black Friday business. Amy, it's amazing. The bacon jam is amazing, isn't it? Yes, it is. All right, this is boiling up pretty good. It's starting to thicken up. So right about now, I have a sauce for like an ice cream sauce. It's kind of where I'm at right now. Hang on, I'm gonna show you guys. See? It's kind of where I'm at right now. And I wanna get that even thicker so that you have a proper jam. Oh, Lola, I'm sorry. What was wrong with him? I'm saying bacon. Bacon jam, like as in the meat. I know it's an odd thing, but it is delicious. Great for grilled cheese, BLTs. Lola, last year we spent Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's in the hospital with my husband, so I feel you, girl. It's not fun. Hopefully he's gonna be okay. So we're okay. Now here's the deal. This strawberry jam is 3 ingredients. You need an acid, a sugar, and a fruit. That's your ingredients. You can, however, add in whatever spices you want, and I'm actually going to add in a little bit of cinnamon. My son loves things spicy, so I'm adding a little cinnamon and a little cardamom, and I might even throw in a little red pepper. I'm kind of debating about that one. I'm playing with that one in my brain right now. What do you guys think? Red pepper? Should I go for it? A little black pepper would probably be good with strawberries. CHF, my. What is CHFO? I don't know what that means, Lola. CHF. What's the name of my blog? Nellie Belly. NELLIEBELLIE. It's a childhood nickname. Okay, you need mason jars, spaghetti jars, whatever. The only thing is, if you do not want to store it for very long, a normal jar like this is fine. A used jar, like some sort of spaghetti sauce that you're reusing the jar, works perfectly fine. However, if I'm going to show you this technique, if you want to be able to store this for weeks, it's not going to be as good as Grandma's canning bath, but you're going to get a lot of weeks out of storage. Then you need to have lids that have not yet popped. Does everyone know what I'm talking about? These mason jar lids have these little things on the top. And when Grandma would do the canning bath, hot water bath, the lid would pop. And that meant that it had been sealed. And you need to find, that's why we need to use mason jars and the lids that go with them so that we can have that seal. Hot pepper. Yeah, red pepper. All right, we're going to do it. I'm going to go just a little bit, though. I think my son will really like this, actually. And I'm wondering about putting it on the pork tonight. Putting the strawberry jam, serving it a little bit, like just a little bit of a drizzle over the jerk pork. I think that could be really tasty. So I don't want it to get too sweet on me. So I have a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of red pepper. And I'm going to throw in a little bit of cardamom in here. Again, make it however you like. Okay, while this is going, I'm going to take this jar and I'm going to fill it with hot water. And I'm going to keep it as hot as I possibly can while this is going. So as many jars as you're using, hot water, okay? Okay, so what this is going to do is this is going to kind of mimic the hot water bath that Grandma did without all the effort and all the tools. It won't last as long, so I mean, Grandma's jam could probably sit for 6 months easily. This will go maybe a month or 2. so glad that I was wondering what to give my Sunday school jelly. Yeah, jelly, absolutely. Who doesn't like homemade jam? Homemade jelly, everybody does. Honestly, I don't remember a time that I wasn't happy to eat homemade jam. I think homemade, you know, when you make jam and you know that that's sealed, like you know there's no bacteria really in there, so it feels safe for some reason. Love hot sweet red pepper jelly with cream cheese and Ritz crackers. Sounds delicious. That's very much like, we have a thing here that is brie or cream cheese with lingonberries, which is a Swedish thing, on top of it, and then served with like some sort of cracker. Similar. All right, so my water is super hot. Now, ideally, you would want boiling water in here because it's hyper sterile. I'm not going to go through the effort of doing boiling water because I'm going to eat this tonight. But if you're making this for people, use your tea kettle and use boiling water, okay? Only because it's more sterile and you want to keep out any bacteria. You put yours on grilled cheese. That sounds delicious. Okay, so I'm going to show you the texture I'm at right now. I can do that. So you can see that we're kind of thin. I've been going about 8 minutes, so what I want to do now is, because it's not thickening the way I want, I'm going to add in a little bit more sugar. So I'm putting another couple tablespoons in there. Nate, you missed it. I had been calling for you earlier and you were not here. I mean, come on. So that extra sugar will help it thicken a little bit more, okay? So here's our jar. It's getting all nice and hot. I'm probably gonna need 2 jars actually. And I'm gonna make sure this stays hot, and then when it cools down, I'm gonna dump it out and fill it with more hot water. Just keep this really hot, okay? Okay, just stick with me. Anybody know this trick? Do you know exactly where I'm going with this? You're like, I gotcha, I gotcha. So tell me what you guys made for Thanksgiving last week, or what did you have that was awesome? I told you we had jerk turkey. We had mashed potatoes, of course. I love mashed potatoes, and I made gravy with that jerk turkey, and it was so good. I'm not usually a gravy person, but that was amazing. And then we made stovetop stuffing. My family does not do stuffing unless it's stovetop. So, I mean, what do you do? It is posted on the blog now, the jam ingredients. The jam ingredients are, this is a quart of berries, a quart of berries, half a cup of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of lime or lemon juice. You can half those ingredients if you need to, I halved them today to make a smaller batch. So you can also, if you like your jam to be more like a jelly, you could run this through the food processor, the blender, even an immersion blender. Be careful, it's hot, to really get that thinner texture. Not thinner texture, that smoother texture. There we go. So let me show you guys where we're at. Let me see, I'm just gonna pull you up. Can you see that? I'm gonna let it go just a bit longer. And while it's going this next little bit, I'm just gonna kind of press on these berries with my spoon, help it a little bit longer, and we're almost done. And that's it, guys. This is jam that you can totally pop in your fridge and put on your toast. You just want to make sure you get the thickness that you want, and the longer you sit here and let it cook, the thicker it will get. And so, and you don't have to babysit it. If you wanted to, you could turn it down on low. Go ahead and leave. Make sure you keep checking in. It is sugar, so it will burn if you let it sit there for too long. I have been known to burn it before. So the bacon jam is on my site, and I'll have to put a link to that somewhere. Lisa didn't do the traditional Thanksgiving dinner. I made bacon wrap filet mignon. Oh my goodness. I want to come to your house for Thanksgiving. Candied sweet potatoes and creamed peas with bacon. Wow, that sounds delicious. You know, it's been a really long time since I had sweet potatoes. You know, it's one of those traditional Thanksgiving dishes that I don't actually really ever have. So I need to do that sometime. Okay, we're getting pretty good here. This is also a really great way to make a simple sauce. I wanted to show this to you guys, those of you that are in our cookie challenge. You are right now in your filled cookies. That's your theme this week. This is a very easy jam that you can get for your thumbprint cookies. You could utilize this. I use this and fill croissants, crescent rolls. I use this for crescent rolls, things like that. Elisa, your daughter makes cream corn, which everybody grabs. And a squash casserole that is a hit also. I grew up on cream corn. My mom made that all the time. Amy made buffalo blue cheese deviled eggs. Oof, you guys are super creative. Love it. Buffalo blue cheese deviled eggs. My son loves anything buffalo, chicken, buffalo, anything. Loves it. Okay, I'm gonna let this go like 2 more minutes and then it's gonna be done, and I'm gonna pop it in this jar, which I'm actually gonna fill up one more time with hot water. Okay, so the other thing that you need here when you're about ready to put it into your jar is you need a hot towel. I know, kind of weird. Lisa, you're thinking about making mango chili pepper jelly. That sounds delicious. Mango chili pepper. So I made jerk. I told you guys this. Jerk sauce for this turkey, and it uses serrano peppers. It's supposed to use another kind of pepper. I forget what it's called, but we don't have them in Minnesota because, you know, Minnesota doesn't eat peppers like the South does. So we have only certain kinds of peppers that are available. Anyways, used serrano peppers, which are spicy for our world. But I didn't realize it only took like 4, and I bought like 24, 32. I got this whole big bag of serrano peppers. So I need to figure out some sort of a salsa or something to make with all these serrano peppers that I have sitting around. Didn't realize you didn't need that many of them. I also didn't realize that I didn't have my contacts in, which is probably a good thing, and it rubbed my eye. That was painful. All right, 30 more seconds. I'm gonna get a hot towel and then I'm gonna pour this in. I'm gonna grab a hot towel. All right. And then you do not want your jar to actually be wet. So I'm going to dump that and I'm going to dry it out. So don't actually pour your jam into a wet jar. Make sure you give it a quick little dry, okay? So yeah, tonight I'm making candles. So I'm kind of excited about that. We'll see how that goes. I'm making soy candles, soy wax candles. Cindy, you're in Minnesota? I am, and it is cold here. I'm not sure how cold it is. I believe it's above freezing, which is a big deal here. Okay, so this is hot. This is hot. I'm gonna put this straight into this jar. Again, also because it's hot, we don't have that temperature change, and I don't have to risk this actually cracking on me. We don't want that to happen either. I'm gonna try to make it so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hopefully I don't make a giant mess in front of everybody. I have a habit of doing that. Okay, so then as soon as I can, I'm gonna close it up tight, put my hot towel right over the top of this. Yep. Close it up super tight, flip it upside down, put the hot towel right over the top of this. And what this is going to do is it's going to act a little bit like the water bath that Grandma used to do, and I will hear it pop. It will seal itself up in there. It takes anywhere up to 12 hours. And if you don't hear it pop, don't gift this one. Keep it and eat it in the next couple weeks. If it pops, you're good to gift this one. Put it in your fridge still, but you can gift it, and it can be 1 or 2 months that it can be in their fridge. Oh, you had breaking news with a high school shooting this morning. Is it close to you? I didn't hear where it is, so I don't know. I'm assuming it's in Minnesota. I hope not. I've been working this morning and I haven't been watching the news, so I hope that wasn't me. Okay, so that's what we got this morning. What happens with a wet jar? The jar is not wet on the inside, it's only wet on the outside. I dried out the outside. What happens is all that heat and that steam will seal the jar without having to use a canning bath like you would normally use back in the old days. I'm checking right now. I see that it's in Wisconsin. Oh, it's Oshkosh. Oshkosh is pretty far away from me. It's on the other side of Wisconsin, so it's pretty far. How do you keep the towel hot while it's on the jar? It can cool off. It will cool down, and that's okay. It's just this initial bit where it's really, really hot and steamy that will help it seal. The other thing people can do is you can still put it into a hot water bath, like a hot water if you want to, like a big bowl full of hot water. That will help. I just find it's not necessary. It just depends. Otherwise, if you've never tried old-fashioned canning, give it a try. See what you think. Yes, Kyrie, it was in Oshkosh. That's a long way for me, but it's always scary. Never a good thing. I got a kid in 10th grade, and I have one that is now graduated from college, but it's always scary when you have kids that age. I mean, before you put the jam in, why do you have to dry the jar first? I don't know that you have to. My brain tells me that the water reacting to the sugar would not be a good thing. But I'm not positive that's even real. But everything I've learned, you try to keep water away from hot sugar. So that's why I do that. I've never really looked it up to see if it's necessary, but I go with it. And it's always worked. So I don't know, I could be wrong. I'm hoping that it pops while I'm sitting here. I don't think it's going to pop. It usually takes an hour or two. And you don't want to move this. You don't, like, I'm actually moving it a little bit. I don't want to. You want to leave it there. You want to put it up on your cupboard and don't touch it until it pops. Lola, gotcha. Safety first. Yes. I don't know. That's just what I know. All right, so that's all I got for you guys today. I got to go get my pork done. I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh my goodness, you guys, get to my site. Okay, this is important. NellieBelly.com. We have a page called Christmas up in the menu. We just finished this up. And you can sign up for what we're calling the Daily Cheer, the cheer letter. Every single day through December, we're sending an email that has something fun in it, a quick little tip, and just a reminder that Christmas is fun. This is a fun holiday, a fun month, and even if you don't celebrate Christmas, you're still gonna love this. So go sign up for that. We want as many people as we can to not get stressed out, to enjoy the holiday. And obviously, I would love to do that with you guys. So go sign up. Top tab, it says Christmas, or right there on the front of our homepage, there's a dog and there's a button you can push that takes you to the Christmas page. Either way, get to the Christmas page, sign up for the Daily Cheer. I want to see you. But anyways, see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Okay, bye guys.